Hello, guys, welcome back once again to this new tarot reading. This time I'm going to continue with the TXT readings for the members. I'm going to continue with Huening Kai. I know that he is a Leo with a moon in Scorpio. I think he is the last moon in Scorpio in this three members with the Moon in Scorpio series, which is really interesting because I have the feeling that it must be hard for him to be to carry the Leo energy, the Leo brightness, the Leo self-love, individualization, and also the charisma of a Leo while having such a intense moon sign that yes, rules your emotions and rules also your reactions. So but I believe that maybe for him, I sense he's really calm. He's like really comfortable with himself. I don't see him um like actually very scorpionic traits. Maybe his moon in Scorpio is the only water placement that he has. That's why I cannot see its full influence, because it's really like hidden behind other personal traits that are like more prominent. But yes, if we talk about a sun sign in Leo, of course, that uh, Leo golden child, Leo essence, Leo energy is very powerful. It's very bright. It's hard to miss that Leo energy. So I think in some sense he's lucky to have this Leo energy, because actually to be an entertainer, to be in the public eye, to have um Leo energy is really, I would consider actually is really fundamental to have a Leo either rising or moon. For example, BTS JK Jungkook, he is a moon in Leo, and I think that if he wouldn't have the influence of this moon in Leo of his, he wouldn't be able to get out of this shy persona he is actually, because Virgo energy tend to be really shy actually and awkward. So in this sense, he is able to own his singing, to own his performances, to own his own talent and shine, and to be able to express himself in a um, very bright way, very to be the center. I mean, to be the center actually. And besides, he's not any regular magnet. He is the golden magnet. So there's a reason astrologically for me why he's called the golden magnet, because actually the color gold belongs to Leo, because Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun is ruled by the color of gold, that is prosperity and its abundance, so, and it's shining. So that's why I believe that this of him being called the golden magnet, it's an attribute. It's like it's a way of honoring his moon in Leo persona, that it's able to deliver us that charisma on stage that we see every time that we see JK. But it's not about JK today. It's about Hyunkai, and in this sense, the cards that he got, it's mentor, mystical or mystique, and athlete. Athlete. I have such a hard time with this word. I don't know if athlete. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Um. So yes, if I have to sense, actually, if I have to let these archetype cards guide me, actually, uh, I believe that he has a lot of potential to be a guide in someone's life, because he has this mentor, and to have this, I believe he's the first idol that I got this archetype, the mentor archetype, or maybe not, but I believe he's the youngest idol that I got this card for from. So there's a lot of deepness actually in Hyunkai, which I'm really presently surprised, and I'm loving it for him, because I think he has this ability to be able to teach others in the future. And also, I have the feeling that he could be a kind of in the role as a motivational speaker, like a coach, a personal coach of some kind. Um, Maybe because he has a bright personality. He's really authentic, and there's something about him that um, I have the feeling that he is fearless. Because whenever I hear him talk, I don't see a lot of interaction from them, but I remember a few because I'm in army, so I had seen maybe clips of them interacting with BTS. And what caught my attention is that they are all really humble, and actually they are all really nice to BTS, because BTS it's they're like the older brothers, so they are really respectful in that sense. But if you watch Hyunkai, he is actually very talkative. He's very expressive, and he, while the others just hide and just like seem to be really embarrassed somehow or shy, he looks really comfortable, like he owns that awkward moment, maybe, of not knowing exactly what to say, but actually to be like, yes, I'm shy, I'm feeling awkward myself, to be in front of you, but I'm going to talk anyway, and it's going to come out the way it's meant to be, because it's like, I'm happy to be here, I'm happy to see you. So he has this vibe, and this almost like this he's really brave, this braveness, this bravery is the word. He's really brave, and I think that in this sense, I'm glad that this moon in Scorpio, maybe it inspires him, that it adds more fire to his fire sign. It adds more courage instead of fears, because to have a moon in Scorpio, sometimes you tend to be a little bit intense, in the sense that you can also be a psychic, you can also be really sensitive. So um, sometimes when you have other signs that are introvert signs as well, you really struggle to show your true colors, because you are somehow really distrustful, or you have a lot of inner fears, you have a lot of insecurities, you just don't trust people, so you go through life with this sort of trying to act like a detective, or just hiding in the shadows, just in case someone wants to trick you or betray you or fool you or lie to you. So you are like in the defensive mode. Um, but when I see Hyunkei, I see that he just shows his whole true self. So I'm really happy, and it's really nice to see this, because he's really young, and even though he's in this industry, um, I feel like he knows what this game is about. And he knows that sometimes you have to take risks. Sometimes you have to get out of of the uncomfortable. Especially you have to be, for example, you have to be funny. You have to sometimes be comfortable with making a fool of yourself sometimes, and being able to laugh at yourself also. But uh, to never like maybe get frozen, or or feeling froze by fear, or maybe feeling like you cannot express yourself because you are not sure about what to do. So you have to learn to improvise, like an actor. You have to learn to own the moment. So I think he would be a good actor too. I have the feeling that he would be a good actor, or maybe an MC, because I know that Subin is the MC, but actually Hyunkai would be really good at talking in public, because he has and he also has sense of humor. So I would love to see him do more individual appearances to see what he's all about. Or maybe if he has already, and I don't know, or maybe Moaz can let me know if he ever, like, maybe performed or did some kind of MC appearance, and I don't know about it. But he would be really good at teaching others. I think he would be really good at teaching others about how to be more confident in themselves. That's why I think he would be like some kind of motivational coach, because he has that energy that is so bright, that is contagious, that somehow makes you laugh, that it is like you slowly are starting uh to put your guards down for a bit. And the other card is Mystic. So he definitely has the Moon in Scorpio intuition. Um, I believe he has it, but somehow he doesn't use it that much, because it's like I think he will use it. Or maybe he does, but he doesn't tell anyone. Maybe he has his own intuition, be really tuned, but somehow he doesn't talk to others, because um, there's something about being a mystic, that actually you have to go through a lot of soul searching, and you have to do a lot of inner work, and you have to be able to take your time and somehow become a hermit, or go into hermit mode, so you can connect with yourself. So you have to somehow be on your own, and being like really introspective. And I don't think that Hyunkai in that sense is actually right now, that he's not uh, focused on that aspect now. Maybe when he grows up, when he's a little bit older, he will. But now he's more focused on building his own self-esteem, his self-image, uh, also learning how to be a good entertainer, because Leo energy also is about to be a good entertainer. So he's obviously learning new techniques to be able to provide more entertainment for the audience, for his fans. So I don't think that he is ready to go deep into himself and to do all the shadow work. Especially for a Leo energy, sometimes to do shadow work, it's not something that is comfortable for them, because they are so focused and they are so used to the brightness, and to be in the spotlight, and to be surrounded by all these blinding lights, that somehow to be go deep into themselves, and to get in the mud, to get in the dirt of their own mistakes, or of their own flaws, or defects. Maybe it's not something that they are really comfortable with. So maybe he will do it, but not now, because the other archetype that came out, it's athlete. So I think the athlete archetype, it means that he definitely has a lot of inner strength, but also he has physical strength. So it's if he decides to work on his body, on his appearance, he will gain a lot of success, because it's like his body is like bulletproof, basically. I don't know if he exercise, but if he does, he will gain a lot of strength. I know he's a tall guy. I know he's one of, all of them are tall, but he's one of the tallest. So, but if he would decide to train his body to gain more, to be more muscular, maybe to get more muscles, or to shape his body into a certain aesthetic that he would wish, I think he would do it, of course, because he knows how important it's image, especially when in physical attributes, especially when you are an entertainer, when you are an idol, when you are in this industry, you need to look good. So he would go to the gym and actually like would get really in good shape, and he wouldn't be like crying about it or whining about it. He would actually enjoy the process of getting physical, of training his own body. He would actually enjoy it because it would allow him to release a lot of stress also, because I think it's the way he releases his own, like all that intensity that is built up inside of him. So let's go with the cards that came out for him. He had the Two of Swords, the Star, um, the Six of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Chariot, the Justice, the Five of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Three of Wands. Wow, a lot of wands. Um, so actually, in this moment, they are going through a lot of changes, but he's feeling really good about it. Actually, he's not going through any like issue emotionally yet, because actually, Huening Kai, I have the feeling because the card, the star card is here. So I have the feeling that he's really blessed, even even before he was born, that he is a kind of person that had been blessed by angels. He has some kind of protection from angels or from an ancestor of him that somehow puts him in the right path in the right moment. So that's why he's able to be patient in moments of uncertainty, or in moments where he has maybe to choose, or whenever he needed some kind of spiritual assistance, or maybe like a sign, he would get it from this guardian angel, or from this uh, spirit guide, spiritual guide, from this divinity. I don't know if he's religious, but it actually is. It doesn't have to do actually with religion. It has to do that he is a very special person. Maybe that's why he got the mystic card. He is very special, actually. Maybe in his previous life, he used to be someone important, or somehow had collected a good karma. So now in this lifetime, he's really protected by the gods, and he's really loved by these divinities. He's really loved by his spirit guides. So that's why sometimes he just knows things. He can guess things without even knowing how he do it. But of course, that all this guidance and all this blessing has a lot to do with this mystic archetype that I was talking earlier. That these blessings that he had been receiving and that he will receive, um, it's a gift, but at the same time, he has the responsibility to give back this gift, in a sense that since he had been blessed with opportunities, he has to give back. He has to use this good karma, this good fortune of him, and help others get in touch with their own gifts as well. So he has to share a bit of this good fortune that he has. He has to be, with his influence, he has to reach as many people as possible and to provide them the right tools or advice so that these people that reach out to him for help can be a better version of themselves. So I believe that he is blessed because he's connected with the divine forces, and at the same time, that's why the card mentor came out too, because he has to be some kind of mentor because he has a higher connection with the spirit. So he has to be like the spoker person, like some kind of medium. I know it's too magical, but that's what I'm getting from him. He's special. And he knows that he's special. He knows that whenever he was in trouble, somehow things work out for him and his family. And actually, it's like he realized that whenever he's involved, he somehow makes things better when he's involved in some situation. Or maybe, I don't know, his family maybe was going through a rough time, but after he was born, they suddenly experienced a period of prosperity. So it's like he's not the golden child, but actually he carries gold with him. It's like he opens opportunities wherever he goes. So he is special. That's what I'm getting. And just because he's special, he also has to be aware of not being too naive, of maybe not getting too cocky or confident of his own luck and being reckless when it comes to making decisions. Because this connection that he has is teaching him that he has to use it in a humble way. These opportunities that are given to him is not for him to feed his own ego, which is something that a lot of Leo people struggle their own life to become humble and to be generous with with these these talents that they are being given. So in the case of Huening Kai, it's really needed that he stays focused and that he stays humble and that he's generous enough to share what he knows with others from a place of respect and compassion to help others to become better versions of themselves. It's a tough task. I believe it's something that he's going to be working a lot when he is mature enough, but it's going to help him evolutionate somehow. His soul is going to be really grateful for it. So, since he's really victorious, there's also a period where he feels a bit apathic in the sense that maybe he thinks that everything is going well with his life, with his choices, with everything around him, and he experienced these moments of apathy in the sense that sometimes he enjoys what he does, but there are moments where he's like that's it. He's like, this is all. It's like this is what fame is about. There's like this, like, yes, I have it all, or at least I have what I always wanted, and somehow I'm not satisfied. And that's because his soul is really deep. And this is where the moon in Scorpio comes. Is this like this itching inside of you? It's like this little voice that is like, there's more in life than just be in stage. I mean, like you can be a celebrity, you can be a performer, you can be an idol, you can be an artist. But when you are a moon in Scorpio, you have to go deeper within yourself. Your purpose is bigger. And sometimes you have to like stay away a little bit from the light so you can see your real self, so you can face your fears, so you can face your shadow side. That I think for him is going to take a lot of work. But actually, this part of feeling satiated, but at the same time feeling unsatisfied, it has to do with the fact that he is much deeper than this, than what than what the role of what he's doing right now. He's more than an idol. He has to use this influence to be influential. I know it's redundant, but it's like his life purpose is deeper than just being a pretty face or a pretty boy or a good singer or a good dancer. He has like a higher purpose. But the fame can help him. So that's why he's where he is. Um and the other cards is the five of cups, um and the chariot and the justice. So yes, he actually, there's something about the way he achieved things. Maybe he thinks that they achieve fame um very fast. So it's like he wonders if this is fair, in the sense that they had worked a lot to be where they are, but at the same time they think he has the perception that they should be working harder to differentiate themselves from BTS, because he's like, um it must be hard for them to try to do your best and try not to disappoint anyone, but at the same time it's like, I don't know, he feels like they have some privilege that maybe other groups doesn't have, and he feels a little bit guilty about it. It's like he actually worries about the consequences. I don't know why, because the justice is there. So he worries about the consequences. It's like he is afraid of karma, actually. He's like, oh, we are moving too fast. This is too good to be true. It's like they are achieving so much, but at the same time, he feels like they should be doing more to prove themselves, to to show that this is not because they are like, I don't know, BTS younger brothers. I don't know I know they're not brothers, but I'm saying that enable to for them to get out of this, because I don't know why, but I believe that he had heard, I think he had heard many, or he had read somewhere that they are famous because of BTS. So this is a concept, this is a phrase, this is uh, a thought, an idea that has stuck in his mind. And I believe that he's not the only one that is aware of this. I believe that the other members are also aware of this, but he's actually worried about it because he wants things to be fair. He doesn't want anyone to give them anything, he doesn't want to take things for granted. He's ready to put the hard work to prove themselves as a group, but he somehow worries about critics. So maybe that's why these words or this phrase is stuck in his head. He's like, I'm really grateful, but we should do better, so people would stop not comparing, because they are not comparing, but they are like associating. They associate TXT with BTS, with Big Hit, with, so he just wants to do his best to get out of that place of comparison, because one, he doesn't feel like they are deserving of being compared with BTS, because they have a long way to go still. But at the same time, he thinks that maybe he sees other groups and it's like, we do have maybe other opportunities, or maybe, I don't know why, but he feels like people are nicer to them because of they are from Big Hit, and because Big Hit is what it is today. Of course, because if we would be talking to BTS from 2015, being from Big Hit was like, who is Big Hit? I know it's not named Big Hit anymore, but I'm going to keep calling it Big Hit. Um, so, but it's that, for example, BTS, when they got to Big Hit was not in a very good position. So when TXT were able to debut under this label, it was like this label was totally evolved. It was transformed. It was not the same um, label that hired BTS. So they do feel privileged, and that's why they feel the pressure to do better, because they realize that they have a lot of commodities and a lot of opportunities and a lot of exposure that maybe for the early years trainees it wasn't that way. So maybe he hears, I don't know, anecdotes or histories of BTS, maybe telling them, oh yes, when we started, I don't know, like when Tay mentioned to in hyphen about how they used to eat those chicken breasts. It's those stories that make you, at least in his case, make him realize that they have a privilege, that they are more privileged than in prior uh, moments, in prior years. So that's why he feels pressure um, to do well. He wants to do well. He wants to do well so bad. And since there's a lot of fire at the end, I mean, they're going to accomplish it, because they have the five of wands, the 10 of wands, and the three of wands. So the five of wands is very significant in the sense that I think there are five. So it definitely has like a meaning. uh, it means that they are going to enter maybe a phase where they are going to be promoting like a more passionate kind of performance, or they're going to be promoting something new that is going to be, that they're going to do it with so much energy and desire, desire to prove themselves, desire to bring something new, something more interesting, something more inspiring. But at the same time, they're going to be a bit restricted when it comes to this, because the 10 of wands is then, and the 10 of wands it's oppression. So it's like they are going to be able to show new and more interesting concepts, but at the same time they're going to be very monitored, in a sense that they are going to be, everything is going to be really structured. So maybe like it's like everything is going to be really exciting at the beginning, and then eventually everything will go back to the same concept that they always have. But actually, while they are in the process of creating this new thing, they are really inspired, and they are really like, wow, this is a new opportunity to do different, to do a different thing. And actually, when they are uh, about to promote it, they realize that the ideas are pretty similar to what they had done before. Or maybe that if they want to add um, other ideas, is not going to be received very well. But they are being um, actually they are being like told that they in the future, in a near future, that they should start writing their own songs, or that they should start working in this imperfection in themselves, and to show more traits of artistics, of their artistic preferences. Maybe if one of them is interested in the process of writing lyrics, okay, you need to study harder so you can provide a very well written lyric. Or maybe, oh, you are in the part of the singing, okay, new singing lessons for you, so you can provide new harmonies and new ad-libs and stuff. But all these ideas and all this creative process is going to be done in an environment of that is going to make them feel a bit oppressed. So I'm not saying that they are keeping the boys in a cage, but it's just that there's something about this process that is not that free as they wanted to make it look. Because it's like, yes, you should write your own songs. Yes, you give them to me. I will look for it. I will. And they're like really excited, like, yes, I should do it. And somehow there's a kind of restriction. It's like yes, your idea is good, but we are not going to use it, something like that. So obviously the people that make these decisions are not fools, are not amateurs. If they do not consider to make, I don't know, to take their ideas there from scratch and be like, oh yes, this is a great idea, let's put an album with your ideas or with your craft. Oh, it's not about that. It's just that there's something about the creative process that they are um, that they are being like encouraged to do, that somehow makes him feel you know like in a cage. I don't know why, but maybe because they actually feel like the ideas that they bring, they are not considered. And this is life. This is um it's it's what's going on. Or maybe they, I don't know, they are promised that some new concept is going to come out for them, or new ideas, and somehow that idea goes to a different group. So there's that. um I don't know. We will have to see how this develops. But the passion is there. The initiative is also there. He in particular, he is feeling really passionate about creation, about creating, about getting involved. But there's something about that so-called freedom creativity or free creativity that is not that free. That's all I can say. That is not debt free. That is not. It's like, yes, you should do a draft of, and then they toss it to the garbage or garbage can. I don't know, but he's really excited about it, anyways. Actually, because he's using it to express himself, and he also is, I can see them like comparing notes, like being like, oh, I have this idea and we can mix it with yours. So it definitely helps to the group dynamic, that they are putting efforts together and ideas together to bring something new to the table. So it's part of growing up, actually. um, when I always read about entertainment, things are not what they seem. And it's not neither bad nor good. It's just that entertainment is that. Entertainment is that. Um, and and people are people. So when you read for entertainment for celebrities or idols, sometimes they do have this confusion, almost like that. And they also have, like I said in Felix reading, a lot of idols have this Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles coming out, that it means about feeling a lot of remorseful, regretful, feeling lost, feeling not appreciated, feeling like you're not enough, that you're lacking something, because it's about the pressure of the own industry. And it's because there's a lot of competitiveness also. There are a lot of groups, there are a lot of people that are really hungry for fame. So it's a tough world out there. So I'm going to leave it, guys, here. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you do, please give it a like. And I would appreciate if you leave me in the comments maybe some comment or feedback. I always want to educate myself when it comes to these groups that I'm starting to get to know. So thank you for being here. Bye.